This show is sponsored by Lila Arboretum Society. I'm Vi Gogol, and this is In the Garden. And the garden we're in today is the Schaeffer garden, and with me is Anita.
Hi.
Hi. I guess we can ask Dave to come through the gate, and we can take a look at what you've done here. We just enjoyed looking at some before and after pictures, and it's very different. What have we got here in this bed?
I'm not really sure. I just wanted some color. So we went to the store and we picked up what we could find. I believe these right here are Salosas. And I can't remember what those are. Salvia. And I don't remember that one.
That's a delphinium, and it's just about gone. But maybe
Yes.
if you cut it back, maybe next week, cut it right back.
Cut the
Maybe
top off?
Sometimes they bloom again.
Okay. And then I have the rose that I just planted about a month ago, and it actually gave me one bloom. Yeah. And then I have some wildflowers with some iris. And over here, my rose bush. The other one didn't do so well, so we kind of moved it out to the other side over here. But this is just an open area for now until I decide what I'm going to do with it.
Okay. You're prepared to be on. Oh, look over here behind us.
We didn't know what to do with. We had a spruce tree that was taking over everything, so we cut that out, and I put all the hostas up. Well, actually, the four up there in the hill, Greg built all these up with the rocks himself.
Okay.
We moved the hyacinth bush from over there in the corner over here, and it just took off. Our hens and chickens, he put in this. Yeah. He put in, I'd say about 5-6 years ago, maybe longer, and it's just kind of.
Yeah, they kind of do that.
Let it go.
They kind of do that.
Then the corner over here is kind of still under construction because I haven't decided what to do. It just overwhelms me sometimes, so I just put a little here and put a little there and give it a little bit of color. I weeded it all out the other day, 2 days ago. Got all that other stuff out of it, so now I can use it as a fresh slate.
Yes, you still got a good start on it.
The pine tree is going to be our Christmas tree this year.
Now, are you going to dig the roots up, or
yes,
just?
We'll dig the roots out. Yep.
So that you can.
For each tree you cut or each tree you take down, you plant another one. So we will put something, but we're just not sure where or what.
Okay.
And then we have the little Japanese garden with the maple.
Japanese garden with the American flag.
Yes.
Hanging over it.
Yes, and the Michigan flag. And then the under construction.
Over here, Dave, we've sort of got a before and after, because with the long hours he's been working, he hasn't been able to get this myrtle out of here. But you can see back there by the house. Back there by the house, you can see what's happening. The mulch, that's what they're doing up in the front here, too.
Greg's plan is to move all this myrtle, just completely wipe it out, because it's just been so evasive over the years. He had no idea what to do with it. I was busy with all my other gardening, and he decided he was bored one day and wanted to do something. So he come back here and he said, I have a surprise for you. Tell me what you think. This is what he come up with.
It's nice.
And he wants to move it all around to the front, over here to the corner.
Okay, well, you just have to tell his boss that he needs more time at home in the garden.
Yes, he does need more time at home.
I see you've continued on with the celosia, and I know what that is.
I can't remember what it is. I get it when it looks pretty, and I just stick it in there, and I forget what it is. I've got to start writing everything down and giving it a description.
Well, it's an annual, so after it goes this year, next year you'll have a label.
Yes.
That you can stick by it.
Come over here. There you go.
That looks like a miniature hosta in there.
That little one right there, it was just 2 leaves. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to stick it over here in the corner and see what it does. And I guess it likes it there, so it's home. My lilac bushes are little sproutlings. This one's 2 years old. This one's a year. These are just from the springtime. I want to line that whole fence. Eventually, this is where I'll have my morning coffee,
Oh, okay.
and it'll be privacy at the road. And then I'll have my succulent smell of lilacs in the spring. They remind me of an English garden, and that's basically what I want to do in this corner. Our
Okay.
future plan for this area here with the rocks is going to be a little water fountain
Oh, that'll be neat.
for the calming.
Oh, you got
Majority of
a
my-
bird on. You said you were going to put something on that.
I just
that tree.
stuck it there because I have baby squirrels. They're up in the tree watching us right now.
You want to? I think maybe we should take the paths to the garden, out to the backyard.
Yeah. Do we want
You
to
wanna-
take the path over the bridge, or do we want to come around?
Let's go up over the bridge.
Oh, this one ballooned up. The other one didn't.
This is in the mallow family.
And I got my zinnias and I got the salvia.
Yeah, you just got that trailing right along to draw us back into the garden back here.
Yes. And I got my heather and my chives. Heather and my chives up here in this little piece here. And over here, I didn't know what else to do with. It was just vacant besides my dahlia. So I put some blue and some lavender in with my hydrangea and didn't realize that the colors match almost perfect.
Yeah, they do. Matches the gazing ball.
The area back here I've worked more on because this is where the family comes to sit and relax. So I wanted it to be someplace like a park setting that they can just come in and enjoy. And right now everybody seems to be happy with my milkweed because we have monarchs, which we haven't had in 2 years.
Well, great. I right away noticed that you were taking care of the monarchs.
Yes, they love, and we have a robin over here with, that's Mama, and she's up in this tree. She has 2 or 3 babies up there.
Oh,
She comes in, her and Daddy come in and get their worms, and we don't bother them and they don't bother us. So I've got all my birds and my butterflies are coming back, and
it's camera shy too, because
yes.
by the time we got up where we could get it, it flew away from what it was
I have
setting
the
on.
cardinals that come through and a blue jay.
Okay.
The blue jay hasn't been around for a while. And then I have 3 woodpeckers that let me actually get right close.
You put the woodpecker blend of
Yes.
birdseed
Yes,
in
I'm
there.
out.
Yeah, well, I'm out right now too. All my feeders are out. That should be on my to-do list for today.
Then over here, I decided with the rock garden up there, it was just vacant. There was nothing in it. I put 2 salvias in it, and then I put the celosia back up in there, and I put some hostas. And it just kind of looks like a Jurassic Park. So my grandson, I'm going to get him some dinosaurs, and he can stick them up in there, and that'll be the Jurassic Park.
Okay. Then you got hostas along here.
We had a problem with the rain flooding into the garage, so Greg kind of brought, with what we had, he brought the brick at an angle so that the water runs off, dug out the trench, and it was just a hole. And I thought, hostas, let's try the hostas. And they seem to be doing great.
Yeah.
So I put the river rock in it and the pebbles. I got my lily of the valley over here.
So you got another of the gazing balls that's similar to the other one, and you've got bachelor buttons.
Yes,
And
I filled it with, I was going to do the same over here, but I have sunflowers that are trying to pop, so I'm going to let those see what they'll do. But this, I just stuck a box of wildflowers from Dollar Tree in it and wanted to see what it would do. And this is the product of.
I don't know what the little daisy flower is. That's pretty.
I'm not sure. I was reading the box and it said something like it had cosmos in it, and I'm not sure, but I know it's pretty.
Was it seeds or
Yes.
Yeah,
The box of seeds, yeah.
Those wildflower seeds. Oh, there's this one over here. I just knew the name recently, but I've forgotten again. The little blue flower that Dave can't see. Yeah. And that came out of that box of seeds. Well, that should tell all of us that those little wildflower seeds probably would grow, and this one of mixed flowers is sure growing.
I lost, due to the rains, the heavy rains that we had, I had a box of pollinator and butterfly, and none of them came up.
Oh,
This is the wildflower box from Dollar Tree. It was the only one that seemed to survive.
that was a good investment of $1.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, we're up here on the deck, part of the deck. There's more of the deck. When I was here before, you had Shasta Daisies blooming in there, and I knew they'd be all gone, but you moved the plant.
Yes, I moved the plant out front because it was taking over everything, and I wanted, this is my daughter or my granddaughter's elf garden, and it was just taking over everything. You couldn't see the little things that I had in there, so I popped them out and put them out front, and they seemed to fit perfect out there.
Yeah, I see some. It's continuous color because I see some perennials that have already bloomed,
Yes.
but the foliage looks nice. You know, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, when you buy a perennial, it blooms and then it's foliage.
Yes.
It's kind of a good idea to buy things that have nice foliage because they're going to be there longer.
Exactly.
And that
I planted the morning glories in the back, and this one seemed to take off. I didn't have another climbing fence, so I built that one yesterday, and as you see, my little morning glories down here in the bottom are finally coming up and wrapping themselves around. They almost died, so they must like the fact that I put something up for them, because now they're just taking off.
Okay. And let's see. Over here behind the picnic table is a continuation of that garden that's in the front.
This over here, the pine trees, as you see, they take over. Oh goodness, are you okay?
Yeah.
They take over, and it was just a hideous hole. So I brought the hostas over here first. They seem to be doing really good, and I had all these mums over here in the center yard, and I thought, well, let's see what they'll do over here. I put them over here, and they're growing. I have the irises up against. I have the clematis bush, and the jasmine over in the corner, which is still seeming to bloom. That's going to be moved next year out to the side fence. That'll give that area just open.
You know, it's like people who like to rearrange their house furniture. We gardeners rearrange our flowers.
I do a lot of it, rearranging, and as everything dies out through the seasons, I rearrange and move things so that I don't have to go and buy. So when I move something and it blooms, everybody's like, oh, when did you get this? Well, it's been here. I just moved it.
I did notice some moves when I got here. Now, we have another project that you said was next summer's project, is the swimming pool. But you've got an above ground pool setting in the middle of it. And
We didn't know what to do with this 2 years ago. And we started out with a little blow up pool for my granddaughter inside the pool. It was too big. It was just, I didn't like the hole. It was an eyesore. So we decided, we weren't sure how much it was going to cost to replace the liner and the plumbing. So we put an above ground pool inside the pool.
Okay.
And it seems to work.
Yeah, it does. And there's a fire pit back there, way in the back.
We have a fire pit in the back that Greg has been building up. And it was all overgrown. The weeds were back there. There was rocks back there. You couldn't walk. And he asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, I don't know. That's your baby. And he cleaned everything out, left it the way it is, planted some grass, and we're going to put benches back there so that we can sit in the back and enjoy the fire.
Okay, and then I see someone painted on the back of your garage.
That has been here for 20-something years.
Really?
The girls, Greg's ex-wife and his daughters, did a project when they had the pool, and they wanted that palm tree setting, so they painted it.
Next will be a tiki bar.
Yes, and they had one.
They did, huh?
So now it's just the hail damage. We're having new siding and everything put on, so that's going to be replaced. There won't be no more scenic palm trees on the back.
You'll have to paint something new,
Maybe.
maybe. We got a lot of people in Battle Creek that like to paint the murals on the walls.
Yes.
And we have one over in used to be the children's garden. We're calling it the Kaleidoscope Garden over in the Arboretum.
Oh.
And one of the gals that's on our board of directors painted that whole wall. And you have to see it.
Yeah, we'll have to go see it, okay?
On
Over in the, no, not right now, but we'll go over to the kids' garden so you can
Kids'
see
garden?
it.
Okay.
Sound fun?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that we've been all the way around your house. So I want to thank you for letting us come in, letting the people this weekend come in. And I know you'll enjoy the tour. Are you going to go out and enjoy the tour too
I guess.
when the people are here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
If you
a
would
lot,
like to
Anita.
become a master gardener, call 969-0270, extension 116. If you have questions or suggestions about this show, call 963-1448.
AccessVision. Your voice, your community.